Yo voy a golpear el mismo tambor. I'm gonna strike the same drum. Harry Potter. It philosophie be lápiz. Okay. Spanish without Latin is, you can do it, but it's just a lot easier just to have some Latin. Then maybe the amount is a question, but you're gonna need some. Okay, so let's look at this description of a person. Nude, longe, crīnis, it, barbare, negra, it, puti, cosae, patiem, maximum, voltas, celebrant, manos, iret, in star, opre cularam, domesticarum, sordium, recipitaculorum, pedisque, Socrates, indocte, caligies, erant, similes, dolphanes, infantilibus. So most of that you should have got. You should have seen the word dolphins. You should have seen the word infants. You should have seen the word black. You should have seen the word, well, hair, Crinibus. That's a really hard word. And you can even look it up, but I don't know if that means hairstyle or actual hair. But the importance of it and how it and why you need Latin for Spanish is, let's say you say pelo, which in Portuguese means that over there, that thing, pelo, to go for that thing. But in Spanish it means hairs. Which hairs? That's the question. So you got pelos and cabellos. And so why are pelos and cabellos confused in Spanish? Because of Crinibus. See? So which ones are they talking about? Okay, so Crinibus might be this hair. But the pubic hair between the legs, see? Pubis. I'll say it again. Pubis. See? It's Latin. And so you're saying English, pubic hair. Pubis. See? And so now what you got is pelos. So pelos and pubis are the same thing. But if you say to a Mexican, oh, tú tienes bonito cabellos, they're not really going to know what you're saying if you're touching their hair. Oh, tú tienes muy bello cabello. They're not going to know what you're saying. So you're going to have to say, tú tienes bonito pelos. Now, how do you get from hair to pubic hair in Mexico? Who knows? But what's important is that if you know the Latin, Crinibus, and you know the English, pubic hair, and also you know that French has the exact same problem when it comes to hair. They have a problem pluralizing it. Is it hairs? Is it hair? I mean, Look it up in French. You're going to see it. It's going to be difficult. So, nothing, hardly anything, came from Latin and Greek smoothly into the Romance languages. That's why over the last, like, 2,000 years, people have had to study Greek and Latin. That's why. Not because of snobbery, not because someone's trying to be better than the other guy or any of that sort of thing, but it's just the way things are done. And you can't avoid it. And one of the reasons that you can't is because there's a Roman guy named Celsius, like the temperature, and he has a book called Celsius de Medicina, where he talks about medicine. And one of the things that he's going to say, and this is interesting, and this is why you need Latin, if you're going to speak Spanish, he says this. He says, more viajeras. Now, in Spanish, yo estoy muerto. Ella está muerto. But you're not talking about death. Celsius is talking about illness, sickness. So how does that apply today? Once again, go to micro TV. Hear everything that hear everything that the hosts and guests of Microbe TV have to say. Vincent Bracaniello, pardon me. You hear what Vincent Bracaniello has to say, and at the height of the COVID-19, he said something about comorbidities and the and how the proclivity of a promorbidity led to enhanced illness and maybe death and oftentimes long COVID. And he had Brazilian guests on, and they used the term comorbidities. He had Italian guests on, they said comorbidities. He had German guests on, they said comorbidities. Some of the finest research was done in Mexico. I read it, and the Mexicans used the term comorbidities, but they were not talking about death. They were talking about sickness, illness, being in poor health. That's why, to have good Spanish, you're gonna have to have some Latin.